Welcome to Obi-Wan Studios, and today we are going to be comparing the original and very sought after Grand Admiral Thrawn Minifigure from 2017 against the all-new 2024 version of him based on the Ahsoka show, and hopefully this new one lives up to the hype and saves you from spending an eye-watering $130 on average for the original. Diving right on into the comparison, the first thing I wanted to mention is that we are comparing minifigs based on different source material, animation, and live action, and the portrayal of Thrawn in both is slightly different, so naturally there will be some differences that make sense between the two. The first difference is with the hair, and while both use the exact same hairpiece, which I do like, we have blue hair on the Rebels version and black on the Ahsoka one. Both are accurate to their intended references, but I do personally think the black looks sharper. It's the same story with Thrawn's skin tone on the minifigs. The Rebels one is a striking brighter blue, while our new one is a lot paler. I would certainly say both are again accurate to their portrayals of Thrawn, but the pale tone of the new one just does it for me. Both Thrawns have two face prints, the first being the classic, cool and unwavered Thrawn look, and the second more of an angry expression. Both face prints on each are very similar in concept, but with some subtle differences, again mainly due to their intended source material reference. On the Rebels version, we have more defined cheek and brow lines versus an overall softer look for the new one. For me, those more defined features just look more like Thrawn. The older one has less defined eyebrows as well in a darker blue versus the thicker black ones on the Ahsoka version. The print quality on the new version is a bit better as well, I will add, for the face prints. Moving to the body printing, and if you know the original Thrawn minifigure, then you know the massive fumble on LEGO's end in not getting his ranking correct. This was a must get right for the new version, and luckily the designers remembered that you actually have to give the correct ranking and not just guess what it is. The body prints are otherwise extremely similar, and I wish I could say that the new one is a total improvement. However, I can only theorize that the designers were so focused on getting the ranking correct for the new version, because it's such a hard thing to do, that they failed to just think about double checking his code cylinders. They printed the correct 2 on each side on the original minifig, and for whatever reason, just gave him 1 on the new one. I could see arguments for them being nicer on the new one and a bit larger overall, but they should have just gotten that detail right. Turning our Thrawns around, the back printing I think is much better on the new version. It's just slightly more detailed, and those silver lines on the original just look a little bit odd in comparison, especially when you consider the front of the old one used black lines in his Imperial uniform, so the silver in the back I'm just not totally sold on. Lastly, the new Thrawn thankfully has dual molded legs for his boots, which is such a huge improvement and easily the biggest ask when it came to the new Thrawn minifigure. I'm really glad that LEGO added this for Thrawn. So unless you are a major Star Wars Rebels or even just a massive Thrawn fan or even a serious LEGO Star Wars collector, there is no reason to spend $130 on the Rebels version of Thrawn. The new one is better in almost every single way besides the one issue with the code cylinders. It's overall a fantastic Thrawn minifigure from the Ahsoka show and the live action portrayal, but just a fantastic Thrawn in general. But which one do you guys prefer? Make sure you let me know in the comments down below, and if you enjoyed these minifig comparisons, leave a like on the video, and please consider subscribing to my YouTube channel for lots more LEGO Star Wars reviews. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you on the next LEGO Star Wars minifigure comparison.